Hi, my name is Claire Wynn. I currently attend the University of North Texas, where I study audiology and speech-language pathology. I had the opportunity to attend TWU's program's open house back in November at the brand new Health Science Center, which was absolutely incredible, by the way. However, I was initially drawn to TWU as a graduate school option because of the wide variety of clinical placements that you'll offer, especially the Mike A. Myers Stroke Center. I personally have an eye condition and regularly attend appointments at UT Southwestern's ophthalmology clinic. During these visits, I've had a lot of conversations in waiting rooms and elevator rides with individuals who've recently experienced strokes, and I've learned that a stroke is a diagnosis that can be completely devastating and life-changing. Hearing these stories have made me very interested in learning how to better support this population. I think that gaining hands-on experience with stroke patients would be incredibly impactful and rewarding. I also loved how the new Health Science Center promotes collaboration between different healthcare disciplines like occupational therapy and physical therapy. Interprofessional communication is such an important part when practicing, so I think it's great to have some semblance to that during graduate school. When I first entered college, I wasn't entirely sure what career path I wanted to pursue. I was torn between several different healthcare-related fields, but after some self-reflection, I began to think more about my little sister who has spina bifida. As a toddler, my sister had a tracheostomy and required speech therapy to learn how to talk and eat once it was removed. That therapy was very successful. She talks nonstop now, but I think reflecting on how life-changing speech therapy specifically was for her played a huge role in my decision to pursue the field. Once I decided on speech-language pathology, I transferred from Texas A&M to UNT, since A&M doesn't offer an SLP program, and since transferring to UNT, I've really tried to immerse myself in the audiology and speech-language pathology community here. I'm an active member of NISHLA and have served on an undergraduate committee for the organization, and I've also volunteered in a research lab under one of my professors, Dr. Hasinabad, which has been an incredible experience so far. I primarily assist with data extraction for her larger intelligibility research project, and I'll get to help present this data in March at my university's Scholars Day. Outside of academics, I've worked at a children's indoor playground as the birthday party host, which taught me a lot on how to communicate effectively both with parents and their children. I've also volunteered at a summer camp for children with disabilities the past 2 years, an experience that has taught me a lot of lessons in behavior management and leadership. One camper in particular, a little girl named Margot, had a really lasting impact on me. She was incredibly sweet and very excited to be at camp, but had autism, so the disruption to her routine was extremely challenging for her. Her bed was right next to mine in the cabin, and that first night, I think we only slept about 2 hours because she was just so overwhelmed and worked up by everything. She frequently became overstimulated during activities. One that comes to mind is our rock climbing activity. When we first arrived, she struggled to even put the harness on without having a meltdown. But with the help of really great on-site child life specialists, we were able to get her suited up. Margot was also a huge Dolly Parton fan and insisted that the only way she'd be able to climb the wall was by listening to 9 to 5. Unfortunately, since the camp was so remote, we couldn't get Spotify to connect, but me and my co-counselor sang an a cappella style so that way she would have enough confidence to climb up. Watching her climb up the wall and ride the zip line is one of the most rewarding experiences of my life, and just seeing her progress at camp was truly incredible, especially since I was initially nervous she wasn't even going to make it through that first night. More importantly, I think this experience helped me build confidence in myself and reaffirm that I am capable of being a competent speech-language pathologist and really having an impact on younger generations. Thank you so much.